With Manor Lords dropping, when I played the game, I had a few questions. So I took the 10 questions that I had, found the answers to them, and I'm going to give them to you. So hopefully you don't run into the same issue that I ran into. Some buildings have two different things. What do they represent? When you have the generic storage, that means the dry good. And when you have the pantry, that normally means the food item. So we'll take the hunting camp as an example. With the generic, you're getting leather. With the pantry, you're getting meat. And that's why you'll notice a lot of times two different ones. When should you put somebody in your storehouse or your granary to collect up items? When they collect up items, they use a hand cart, as you can see this little guy doing right there. When they do that, they will bring 10 goods at a time. If somebody's doing it just regularly, let's say from the granary, they're only going to bring one at a time. So putting people in your storehouse and granary is way more efficient when you need to do it. When should you get yourself another ox? They are going to make things go so much faster when you're building. The ability for them to carry the timber is amazing. So, when do you do it? I would do it right away. Having two of them running timber all over the place is going to be so much better for you than just having one. So, as soon as you get some money, get yourself another ox ASAP. When things start to get full, people will transport goods. When you have goods that are on the ground, they can be destroyed by weather. However, when they pick stuff up off the ground, can it also be destroyed before it gets to the storehouse? No, it doesn't. It was a question of mine that I really struggled with, but as long as it's picked up off the ground and being carried by somebody, it will not decay. Do you need a worker for your trading post? Or are things done automatically? But it actually is a two-part answer. If you are exporting goods, you need a worker. If you are importing goods, you don't. So you have a vegetable garden, it is producing them, but when you first start doing it, you're not going to notice you have any vegetables. Why don't you have them there even though you have vegetable gardens up? It is a little bit of a weird scenario with vegetable gardens. The vegetables actually have to grow and start filling up before they're even going to ship it unto your granary. Until it's about 90% full, they're not going to ship anything to your granary. So you have so many jobs out there that can't be filled, whether it's your saw pit, your forager's hut, and you just don't have enough people. The natural thought process is just get more burgage plots and get more people. What you have to remember is every single one of them needs a food and needs a fuel. They also, when the burgage plots become higher up, they actually need more stuff, such as ale, clothes, fuel, even more food. So only expand once you know you can safely feed and give firewood to keep your people warm. The general rule that I've been taught has been 12 months. Then go ahead and expand. You'll be fine. But be very careful about over expanding too early. When you first get your trading post, there's one vital thing you need to remember, and that's the King's Road. The King's Road are these main roads that go through the game. Do you need to have your trading post on the King's Road? That, once again, is a two-part answer. If it is on the King's Road, then people that go by will naturally trade randomly to you. However, if you are not on the King's Road, which this right here is not the King's Road, if you have your trading post anywhere down here, no traders will come by and randomly trade with you. So just remember, if you're on the King's Road, they'll come by randomly and they can buy and sell. One of the silliest things that to this day still gets to me is where's my wealth? At first, I looked and I saw my character and I saw this plus this, and okay, that's my treasury. Where is the money for the area I'm in. I just couldn't figure it out. There's all these things sitting up here all over the place. It's actually sitting right here. This is the regional wealth because in the game, there are some things you're going to have to spend your money for, such as your rent new, but there are other things that are only bought through each region. And those are things that could be like oxen, trading posts, anything that's dedicated to being here and not dealing about you, but dealing with the actual town or village itself, has to come out of the regional wealth. Also, to remember, that's money for this region. When you're in here, it's showing here. If you go to another region of yours, it is now going to update and show everything for this region. This one only has 270. One thing that has been very confusing has been market stalls. If you hover over a market stall, not the actual specific stall itself, but if you click on the market stall and then you hover over these, it will tell you what stuff is being put to where. And you have 100% coverage. This only has 91% coverage, so it's not getting them there. The distance can play a factor. Having market stalls closer by will help in stopping that, but it doesn't do everything. If we look at food variety, I have 3 different types of food here. If you look at the edge, they're not getting all the food. As I said, distance can play a factor. However, one thing that I found to really help out, and this might seem kind of obvious, putting more people in the granary. The people that are in the granary will take the stuff to the stalls. So I had a problem with that. And you can see here that this family owns a market stall. So if you put more people in that are running stalls, they're going to supply those goods. If I were to go ahead and take this down to just one person, he's not going to take those goods to the market stall so they can be delivered to the burgage plots. So if you have it to where you're not getting that supply everywhere that you need to get it, do one of two things. Either build another market stall over here, which I have, and you once again see it doesn't have coverage close by. Put extra people in the granary. They're going to move all of these goods to the market stalls. So there are the 10 questions that I had when I first ran through the game. Some might be more obvious than others, but I still had the question and wasn't 100% sure, and it baffled me as I didn't want to do things wrong. So I hope this helped you out in some way. As always, my friends, take care, and thanks for watching.